How do you get your bond back? So you're leaving your tenanted property, and when you moved in, you would have paid about 4 weeks rent in bond, which is sitting with the RTA, and you want it back. Well, guess what? As property managers, we want to give it back to you too. So I'm going to run through a bit of a list on what you can do to make sure you get your bond back. First thing to consider is this: leave the property in better condition than when you arrived. That's going to guarantee you get your bond back. Now, legally, you don't need to do that. You don't need to leave it in better condition, and we don't even have to ask you to leave it in better condition. In fact, we can't legally ask you that. But what if you did? If you did that, you're bound to get your bond back. But what you do need to do is this: you do need to leave the property in the same condition as when you moved in, except for fair wear and tear. So it's got to be in the same condition. How do you know what that condition is? Well, this is the next thing. Get a copy of your entry condition report. When you moved in, your property agency would have done an entry condition report, and they would have got you to check it and sign it and given you a copy. So dig it up. If you can't find it, which is probably likely, get your property manager to give you a copy. That is your benchmark. Go through it and check every single area and make sure that you tick it off and you leave it as good a condition as when you moved in. Recently, a colleague I worked with moved out of a really beautiful tenanted property that he was renting. And we said, get a bond clean. And he decided to just clean it himself, which lots of people do. Guess what? He's now got issues with not getting his bond back. So we normal humans cannot clean a property like the bond cleaning breed that's out there. They just have this ninja cleaning attitude to cleaning. So invest in having a professional cleaner come and do a professional bond clean. I can promise you, if you try and do it yourself, it's going to take you weeks to get it to the quality a bond cleaner can do it, and you're going to have such a better chance getting a bond back by doing that. Gardens is the next thing. You're responsible for the gardens. There's probably weeds in there now, and there's probably a few plants that are overgrown. Get in there, get rid of all the weeds, including the weeds in the lawn, get it all trimmed and cut, and the edges done, etc. But again, just call in an expert. Get an expert to get those weeds out and do everything. Gardeners are such good value for money. So you've got to clean the air conditioner vents. If your property has an air conditioner, you've got to take the vents out. You've got to clean them. And then on the sides where the vents go, you get buildup of dirt. You've got to clean them as well, okay? So all those things need to be cleaned by you. Mold. Mold here in the Sunshine Coast, Australia, is big. This is a humid place, and mold can build up really quickly. So we find mold around window frames, and we find mold in the corner of gutters, and we find mold in the corner of roof ceilings. So you've got to high pressure clean your gutters and your eaves because you're responsible for the mold on the outside of the property. So get a high pressure cleaner and get all that done. What about carpets? Did you know that we legally can't ask you to professionally clean the carpets? But you should, really. You've been living there. They're probably a little bit soiled now. Carpet cleaning is so affordable. We know a guy. Give our guy a call. He'll whiz in. He'll give the carpets a professional steam clean, and they'll come up looking so lovely. Remember, you have to return the property in the same condition as you found it, and probably the tenant prior had a professional clean done. What if you've got a pet? Now, if you've got a pet, legislation does state this. Legislation states that you have to have a pest spray done. So again, call some professional, ask us, we've got contacts, and get the place professionally sprayed because you've had a pet. So that's just a very quick summary and a guide for you. But there's lots of other things you need to do, and we do have a bit of a checklist that you can follow. We've got an online article that you can access and have a look at and give you a better guide. Plus, there's links there to the RTA site, and there's links there on where to go on the RTA site to actually fill out a form to request your bond refund as well. So have a read, click on the links, and good luck getting your bond back. Remember, as property managers, we do want to give you your bond back in full.